This has done something to me mentally. Like, I'm just still jittery.
A Richmond pastor has been found guilty of assault and battery after a woman accused him of grabbing her and trying to kiss her without her consent.
Tonight, the woman at the center of this case is sharing her story. A news reporter, Danelle Dukin, joining us live in her studio now with a message for other women. Danelle.
Heather, Eric, I sat down with Shadana Bethel, a local real estate agent who says she was called to list a home in Chesterfield when the homeowner, Pastor Tyrell Brown, repeatedly tried to kiss her. Now speaking publicly just days after Brown's conviction, Bethel says she hopes her story empowers other women.
It was uncalled for and unwarranted.
Richmond realtor Shadana Bethel recalling the disturbing interaction with a Richmond pastor that's left her shaken. On October 8th of last year, Bethel says she was contacted by Tyrell Brown, pastor of Morningstar Baptist Church, to list his Chesterfield home. Bethel says what should have been a typical business appointment quickly became uncomfortable.
He was very aggressively making statements of sexual statements of the things I could do for him. At one point, I stopped him and I told him, Mr. Brown, I'm here to help you list your house, to help clean your home for you. And that wasn't enough.
As she was leaving the home, Bethel says the situation escalated.
Upon getting up, he grabbed me and tried to kiss me. I pushed back. He stated that I didn't know who he was. He was Dr. Tyrell Brown. No one says no to him. He's around 6'4". I guess I'm 5 feet. So him being as big and grabbing me, it caught me off guard and it set me back.
But it didn't end there. Bethel says she tried to remain calm as she walked to her car when Brown attempted to kiss her a second time.
He reached to come grab me again, and I turned my head, and his lips hit my cheek, which in court, that was a thing. On the lips, on the cheeks, it doesn't matter. I didn't ask for it either way.
Brown was charged with assault and battery, which under state law includes unlawful and unwanted physical contact. He was found guilty on February 10th.
I felt
like I failed my child, but I also felt how many other kids I saved. So it's mixed feelings.
A Memphis mom says that she reached out for help with her teenage son. Instead, she says he came face to face with two men who took advantage of him. One of the men, DeMarcus Smith, has been federally convicted and sentenced. The other one, Martinez Tyler, now in the custody for state charges. Fox 13's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon joins us live tonight. Kayla, this is a story that's really been months in the making.
Yeah, Darcy, I sat down with that mother last summer just as we were waiting for DeMarcus Smith to be sentenced for federal child sex crimes for a second time. But at that time, Martinez Tyler had not been indicted or charged with any crimes. But last week, that all changed.
He liked doing graphic design. And the guy has a business. So he used to take him to the business to print out things, help him get the orders together. He liked it there.
A mother who Fox 13 will not be identifying says her son's life was changed forever after he began working at Martinez Tyler's print shop.
I thought that was good for him because that's what he wanted to do. And that's when he met Mr. Smith.
She said she never met DeMarcus Smith in person, but she found out who he was after going through her son's phone.
And I opened it up. My heart shattered.
She found nude photos and sexual conversations and reported it to police. She soon found out Smith was already a registered sex offender. In 2015, he pled guilty to possession of child pornography. Prosecutors say he coerced a boy to send sexually explicit photos of himself. At the time, Fox 13 reported Smith was a pastor at Oak Hill Missionary Baptist Church. He served just over 7 years in federal prison. After his release in 2023, Smith went back to preaching at another local church, Jordan River Missionary Baptist. Fox 13 found this post from June 2024, a flyer promoting Reverend DeMarcus Smith as the Sunday speaker. Then this post from September 2024, showing Smith on a clergy appreciation celebration service. He pleaded guilty to new sex charges involving that woman's son less than a year later and was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
It wasn't enough time, because I don't think it's enough time in the world to give somebody for a crime like this.
Now, a second person indicted on human trafficking and aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. Martinius Tyler, the owner of the print shop where Smith met the victim, and according to Facebook posts, a pastor and elder at the same church where Smith preached.
A former North Tulsa pastor will now serve at least 13 years after pleading no contest for rape and child abuse. One of the victims, his own daughter.
2 News Oklahoma's Emma Birch was there during that sentencing and spoke with Bailey's daughter about how she's feeling now that her abuser and father is behind bars.
So I'm grateful for that I got justice along with every other victim.
Harmony Oates says her pain is now behind bars after her father, B.M. Bailey, was sentenced to 15 years for sexually assaulting Oates as a child.
And after, I felt relieved because he confessed. He admitted, he was very opened, and it felt genuine. It did.
Oates says she was in the 6th grade when her father started touching her inappropriately. Bailey was a pastor at St. Andrew's Christian Church, but it wasn't until 2024 when Bailey was arrested for the acts. We spoke with Oates after her father was charged with rape and child abuse.
How to set a boundary, but whenever he's your father, and whenever he's a pastor, and whenever he has this authority and he has a record, it's like, you say no, but what does your no mean?
Now, almost 2 years later, Oates took the stand Tuesday and sat face-to-face with her father with powerful statements. One being, "I don't hate you," and "I forgive you."
Everybody deserves another chance. I'm a Christian, so if God can give us a second chance, of course I will give you a second chance, because he gave me chance after chance after chance after chance, and who am I to not give you that opportunity to see if you've changed?
After taking a plea deal with the state, Bailey received a 15-year sentence and will be on the registered sex offenders list for life. Oates